I never looked at it as Juice Wrld was promoting drugs. I just looked at it as Juice Wrld was really healing through his music, or he was trying to heal through his music. He was trying to put all that pain into the music, and he was really trying to get those feelings out. He wanted to share that with the world for a good cause, not because he wanted kids to be on drugs. I mean, Juice, listen what he talked about in the music. Juice wasn't saying be like me. He was saying, kids, don't be like me. Look at how much I'm hurting. He's saying, don't be like me. Juice was not promoting drugs. I mean, when you listen to how Juice talk about his addiction, that was not him glorifying shit. That was Juice Wrld saying, don't be like me. That's how I always looked at it. This is why I always put Juice Wrld in a different category. Like there's certain artists who, when they talk about drugs, they don't talk about drugs with the intention of trying to promote those drugs. They talk about it in a way where they're really just trying to be true to themselves as artists. They're not using their addiction as a gimmick. And I felt the same way about Lil Peep. I never got the sense that Lil Peep was talking about his addiction and all the drugs that he was doing because he was trying to promote it. No, Peep and Juice, they're both cut from the same cloth. The thing these guys were doing was not really promoting. And you know what's really funny? I've actually seen more kids being I've actually seen and witnessed, right, throughout my almost 6 years of doing this shit, I've actually witnessed more kids being influenced by guys like Future to start popping pills than guys like Juice Wrld. How interesting. By the way, there's of course a very logical explanation for why that's the case. It's very simple. Future has been around for a longer time, right? So when someone has been around for a longer time, what happens is they have more influence. People are generally speaking more inclined to follow what they say because, they see a bunch of supporters behind this person. This person gotta be, they gotta know the way. Anyway, let's keep on talking. Think about the fact that when an artist like, let's say Future, right? And we're gonna talk a little bit more about Future regarding this topic. But someone like Future, Future's been around for over a decade at this point, right? So his impact, okay, Future has talked about he's talked about all those drugs and all that for the last 10 years, right? Now, what kind of impact has all that whole decade of Future talk about these drugs? What kind of impact has that had on the youth? That's a really good question. I think we should start asking these questions. By the way, fun fact, Future actually influenced Juice Wrld to start doing drugs. Just elaborating a little bit on that, and just a message to all my artists out there who follow me. When you talk about these topics, what place exactly is it coming from? Of course, it's coming from your story, it's coming from your creativity, your artistic expression as an artist. But what does it really mean to you as an artist to, put this in your song? And what kind of influence is that going to have on the world? Because best believe that there's a lot of kids who are listening to these records, and then they're thinking, oh shit, why is he talking about this? And then if they find out that, shit, you're talking about this because that's how you're living, or you say that you're talking about it because that's how you want to live. Now that right there, that's a very dangerous thing if you ask me.